Hello, my name is Cantor Anna Ott. I'm from Temple Emmanuel in Westfield, New Jersey. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I'll be talking about Parshat Vayetze. With this Parsha, we are in the thick of all the family dramas that are in the book of Genesis. Vayetze moves the story forward in sweeping fashion. It begins, of course, with Jacob's ladder dream and takes us on an epic romance through Jacob's incomparable love for Rachel and what it took to finally marry her, the dramatic births of Jacob's children with 4 different mothers, concluding with the comeuppance of Jacob, the ultimate deceiver, at the hands of his beloved Rachel, in stealing the idols of her father, Lavan. The Parsha is bookended by the concept of matzeva, a monument. In chapter 28, verse 12, it says, Vayachalom v'hine sulam mutzav arza. Jacob dreamed, and behold, a ladder, mutzav arza, just dug in. V'rosho magia hashamayma, with its top reaching to the heavens. And then it goes on in verse 13, V'hine Adonai nitzav alav. And in verse 22, V'ha'even hazot asher samti matzeva yihiyeh. We'll talk about those. So the very image of the ladder dream, a ladder not just standing, made, but implanted, dug in, entrenched, mutzav, like a monument or a tombstone, but with its top reaching to an unknown and unseen height, with angels ascending and descending. I'm certain the angels were singing. I think this is a microcosm of the Jewish experience, with a firm foundation of heritage and tradition, the keva, if you will, from whence we are invited to let our imaginations and intelligence take us to infinity and beyond, to ever more ecstatic and adventurous states and direction of kavanah. This is where we are given permission to dream big, to use our God-given intelligence and creativity to fix the problems of the world, to create new works of art, to find cures for diseases, to find ever new ways to bring inhabitants of the world together in acts of constructive creation and peaceful living. And then the text goes on to say, we are told that Adonai is likewise dug in, nitzav alav, on or above the ladder, proclaiming to be the God of Abraham and Isaac, and promising that Jacob's descendants will be as widespread as the dust, scattered to the west and east, north and south. This is a solid proclamation, firm and incontrovertible. Ufaratsta, 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 yama v'kedma, tzafona v'nekba. Ufaratsta, yama v'kedma, ufaratsta, tzafona v'nekba. And we have other tunes that we sing that too. It's really important. This is as if to seal the deal, Jacob then proclaims the stone he had used as a pillow to be a monument, matzeva, to this proclamation. This is a very special word in the lexicon of the Torah, and attention must be paid to other places where it occurs. For example, at the end of the book of Deuteronomy, Moses is giving his final address to Am Yisrael and says, Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem. All of you are here today, man, woman, and child, from heads of tribes to water carriers and wood choppers. But with the word nitzavim, you are not merely standing here. You are, by your presence, eternal monuments to this moment of inclusion, this moment in all of your glorious diversity. And at the end of the Parsha, Lavan decides that peace in his family is the most important thing, and he and Jacob fashion yet another matzeva from stones and a mound of earth that witnesses that they will never bring harm to each other, that they have survived a major family incident, like so many challenges that arise in family life, and have decided to bury all hatchets. The dream of the ladder seemingly launches Jacob like a slingshot into the rest of his life, where the words of the Torah compress decades of toil, emotion, disappointment, and ultimately joy into a few pages, chronicling the births of Jacob's children. Leah named her fourth son Judah, Yehudah, saying, I will give thanks to Adonai, Odeh et Adonai. Out of all names for the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, variations of this name, Jews being called Yehudim, point to the Jewish people actually being, therefore, the people of thanks. Prayers of thanks are standard in our liturgy, Modeh Ani in the morning, Modim Anachnu Lach in the Amidah, with abundant gratitude throughout, in the form of 100 brachot, blessings, per day. It's part of the Jewish psyche. It's baked in. This Thanksgiving weekend, let us not forget that we are inherently, by our birthright, by our very name, Yehudim, the people of thanks. Holiday celebrations are not normal this year, but I am personally very grateful for the technology that has enabled families and friends to come together on the computer screen. Technology foretold by those angels going up and down that ladder with no end in sight. So I wish you all Shabbat Shalom and happy Thanksgiving.